Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Sunday Sweat Club. I have an exciting announcement today. I am doing a new retreat because apparently I don't have enough on my plate for this year. I was like, let's cram like one more thing in. So I'm offering a retreat in Quebec at the beginning of December. So it is a winter retreat. It's full of snow and it's a tech detox spa and yoga retreat. So literally, it's like the hotel has a spa. We'll be at the spa that day. And then we do one day at Spa Nordique, which is literally voted the best Nordic spa in all of North America. It's insane. It's a spa village. So that's the new thing on my plate in case you feel like coming to Quebec in December before Christmas, right? Treat yourself. Um, Other than that, thanks for all your support listening to me. We're going to get started. I have a fun idea today. And because nobody had any feedback, we are going to go with my idea and we'll see what happens. You can begin in child's pose. Oh, and in case you didn't notice, hold on, I will just show this off really quick. This is the loaf of bread my husband made. It's drying up here on the cooling on the table, but he made a very nice sourdough loaf, so it's featured in today's practice as it cools. All right, find your child's pose. Option to take toes together, knees wide, or as per usual, knees together, toes together, and fold, maybe arms back into a little bit more of a recovery style pose, like an egg. And then just allow your body to get heavy on the mat, shoulders slope down. See where you can relax. And then take a deep breath in. Exhale gently out the mouth. Do this 2 more times. Inhale, pull your breath down into your low abdomen. And exhale, open mouth. Last time. Inhale. Exhale out the mouth. Close your mouth. And just breathe easily in and out the nose. Notice how you're feeling energetically today. So that could be as simple as, yeah, I have a lot of energy, or I'm feeling pretty tired and fatigued. Or you might notice maybe more subtle points of energy rather than just like highs and lows. Maybe you're like, oh, I feel a little fuzzy. Or, oh, I feel a little happy, lighthearted. Just notice. Inhale. Exhale. Next, breath in. Push your palms down into the mat. If your shoulders are down and your hands are back, slide your hands forward and then push the palms. And then inhale, just lift right up into a tabletop pose. Keep your knees together a little bit, so they'll be a little bit closer, and then ankles in line with the knees, toes point out behind you. Today's breath work or pranayama is going to be one breath to one movement with this just kind of little subtle shift from tabletop back to child's pose. So as you inhale, you'll actually move through tabletop, drop your hips down towards the mat, roll your shoulders back slightly, almost like up dog, but maybe you stop here, right? It doesn't have to be too deep. And then exhale, you'll push your butt back towards your heels, child's pose. Once more, you'll inhale, pull forward, pull into the hands, lift up. And then at the top of the breath, drop the hips. Exhale, push the butt back towards the heels. So take this at your own speed with your own breath. Keep moving, fairly simple movement, right? The idea is to smooth out the breath. The breathing should be nice and fluid, just like the movements in your body. So try to think of the breath flowing like water, and your body doing exactly the same as you move in and out of this posture. Take a few more. Sometimes when we are working a lot or when we have to do really difficult tasks, our energy can start to feel a little bit stuck. And yeah, we're getting a bit into the hippie sense, right? But energy can feel stuck. It can make us feel tired, make us feel fatigued. And one of the ways to shape that and change that is with the breath. So we're starting here. Take two more forward, two more backwards. This idea of just creating fluidity, clearing the lungs, clearing the mind to prepare us for our practice. Last one, forward and back, child's pose. Sit all the way back this time and then rest your head on the mat. Keep the same breathing pattern, just without the movement. Same speed, same fluidity. One more inhale. Exhale. Inhale, pull yourself back up to tabletop pose. Walk your wrists under your shoulders, your knees under your hips, and separate the knees. So this way they're nice and in line, right? You're creating like a rectangle. Shift your weight over into your left hand. Inhale your right hand high, twist open and look up. Try to drop your right hip down slightly as you do this. And then exhale, the right hand will sweep under and you'll bring the right shoulder down towards the ground, coming to essentially like a twisted puppy dog pose. So you can bring your right cheek to the mat. Relax the back of your right hand down to the ground. And if this is too much, invitation to just stay here on the elbow. Slight twist in the abdomen, slight twist in the torso, and breathe. So same thing as we did with the last posture. We're going to take this one breath to one movement. Push into your left hand. As you inhale, you'll lift up, sweep up, open the torso, make it really big. See how far back behind your body you can get your right hand. And then exhale, sweep down and under. Maybe the cheek or the side of the head just hovers on the mat. Inhale, bring it back up. And then this is exhale where you start to flow with your own breath. So I'm going to stop cueing the breath. I want you to move with your breath, making the inhales and exhales a length that feels good. If you start to feel a lot of weight in the wrist, you're welcome to walk your left hand slightly forwards, make the angle a little bit less. It'll redistribute the weight, put it more into the pec and the shoulder rather than the wrist. Take two more. Smoothing out the breath, smoothing out the movement. Last one, you'll inhale, lift up. And then when you exhale, come back to tabletop pose. Right away, let's shift the weight into the right hand. Inhale your left hand high. So notice maybe your left side doesn't feel as open as your right yet. Totally normal. We haven't moved there. And then exhale, sweep the left hand under. Bring your essentially side of your left head, maybe your cheek down to the mat. Your left head, the left side of your head. Great. Light press in the back of the left hand. Smooth, steady breaths. And now we'll add movement. So push into the right hand, inhale the left hand high, open and twist. Exhale, sweep down and under. All right, now I stop cueing breath and you just move with your breath. Thinking of it like a wave, slow and steady. Take one more up, lift, reach the left hand high. And then on your exhale, left hand will come down to the ground. Now walk the hands forward, further, 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 and we'll come to puppy dog pose without the twist. Chest will drop down to the mat. Maybe the chin can even come to the mat as you look forward. If that's a lot, forehead to the mat makes it 3,000 times more comfortable. So remember, listen to your body, no pinching. Allow your low back to lengthen. And just make sure that your hips are over your knees. So sometimes in class a lot, I'll see that people are more in a child's pose, right? But this isn't child's pose. Hips are up to the sky. Push the tops of the feet into the mat for 3, 2, 1. On your next inhale, drag your hands back, lift yourself up, and then come to a seat on your heels. Hands come by your sides. Inhale the hands up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take a clasp of the hands. Now you are going to come to a seat on your butt without using your hands. I've been cueing this for a while, so you might know the most common option. Maybe you can start finding an option that isn't one that you've done a lot. I'm going to cheat and do the easy one. Then walk your feet forward. Hands come by your sides. So for this first version of the posture, let's pretend we're on the beach. Chilling on the beach, hands back, fingertips forward. If you've done this with me before, you might already be bracing because you realize what we're about to do. All right, inhale, lift your left heel up. Just hover. Feel the engagement in the quad. And then as you exhale, slide that leg out to the side as wide as you can get it. Keep hovering. Don't let go yet. Exhale, release. Great. Other side. Inhale, lift. And now this is a slow, mindful movement as we start to move it out to the side. So imagine, you know how we're sweeping in and up with our arms. Try and make this just as fluid, even though it's hard. Then release the right foot down to the ground. All right. If that was easy and your foot was like, yeah, I'm crushing it, I'm way up here, we are going to close the angle. The more closed the angle is, the more challenging it is. So maybe you just try sitting up straight. Option to have something under your butt to help tilt the pelvis forward. Let's take the left leg now. Harder when both legs are wide, by the way. All right, inhale, lift, squeeze. Yep, super hard, hold. And then slowly exhale, zip that leg into center, little by little, by little, and release. Awesome, inhale, right leg up. See how it's easier when the leg's in the middle? I know. Slowly, do not beat me. Come into the center, little by little, by little, and eventually release. You should be shaking ideally pretty crazy. I definitely am already. All right, one more round. This time, we're going to do the same concept, just like we did with the breath. As you inhale, you'll lift out. Exhale, you'll move in, but you won't put your foot down. So come with me if you haven't already. Inhale, lift, extend out. Exhale, in. If your leg gives out, you can just slide your foot on the floor. Inhale, up and out. Exhale, back in. We can do one more. We're in this together. One more. Inhale out. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle through the leg. Yep. Wiggling is great. Exhale, back and release. I got to admit, mine were not smooth those last few rounds. Okay, moving over to the other side. Keep the left leg firm in the center. Inhale the right leg up. And then exhale, open. So changing the breath. Inhale, coming into the center. Remember, if you want it harder, just lean forward. Exhale. Open. Inhale, center. Exhale, open. You can do another one. I know you can. Inhale, center. Exhale, open. If your quad is cramping, great. Then we're doing it right. Exhale or inhale. I don't remember which one. I got too distracted. Back to center and release. Okay, take your fists. Take them into the top of the leg. Just pound out the muscle. Do the side. Inside, outside, yourself a little nice massage. Maybe even get your butt just to say hi to your butt. Great. Now, roll the shoulders back. Inhale, sweep your hands high. Exhale, hands will come to heart center one more time. Now, you'll come to tabletop pose once more, trying not to use your hands. If you need to, you can, but think about how you can get to tabletop. Maybe even lean onto an elbow. Cheat with the elbow, right? Then make your way there. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Now walk the hands one handprint forward. Remember, before we go in down dog, you check, you look at your hands, make sure your pointer fingers are pointing forward, not your middle fingers. Then curl the toes under, push up and back, downward facing dog. Push the hands into the mat. Head and neck are relaxed. Maybe gaze up towards the belly button, even though it's somewhere. I can't really see it. It's somewhere in there. Breath in and out. Again, inhale. Exhale. Once more, inhale. Come to stillness if you're moving. Exhale. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk slowly to the top of the mat, maybe bending, maybe legs straight, and then fold into Uttanasana. Head is heavy. Inhale, halfway lift. Retract the shoulders, right? Shoulders up and back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands might be here. Same thing. Retract. Tuck the chin, look down. Exhale, fold. Last time. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the hips. Inhale, you'll sit back, chair pose. First chair pose of class. So you decide how deep you want to go for this first one. Start to rock your weight towards your toes and actually lift your heels maybe a tiny bit off the mat. Notice how that changes the distribution of weight in the legs, and then bring the heels back down. So see if you can be aware of, as you inhale, rock the weight forward, lift the heels, what muscles turn on when you lift the heels. Exhale back, chair pose. Last time, inhale, rock the weight forward, lift the heels. Exhale, heels down. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, come to standing, hands by your sides, Siddhasana, shake it out. Breath in and out. Inhale, sweep your hands up. And then exhale, bring your hands to your low back. Fingertips point down, hug the elbows in. So elbows not winging out, right? Into the sides. Push the heel of your hand into your low back. Now, we're going to be folding forward in a little bit. So I want you to see the difference between a back bend and a forward fold. As you inhale, to bend backwards, don't lean backwards, right? Instead, you'll think about pushing your stomach forward, your torso, your ribs, and your chest forward. And notice I'm not even back bending. All I did was push forward, and then I open my head and look up, and I'm in a back bend, right? My body didn't move back. My upper body actually moved forward. Breath in and out. Once more, inhale. Exhale, back to center. Take the bend out of the spine. Now, inhale. Exhale, tuck your chin round through your spine and try to lower yourself down by sliding your hands down your butt, down your hamstrings, the back of your legs, right, to your calves, until eventually you'll pull yourself down and into Uttanasana. Inhale, slide the hands to the front of the leg, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold, pull yourself down and in. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, pull down and in. Inhale, slide your hands up your legs, up your thighs, sit back to chair pose, hands on the hips. Breath in. Exhale, come to standing, slide your hands to the back of your body, fingertips point down, and we're back where we started, right? So the idea is just to keep the hands on the body as we do this. Once more, tactile flowing. We're going to go through this 3 times, so just try to stay with me. First, inhale, push the chest forward, roll the shoulders back, gaze high. And then as you exhale, tuck the chin, round through the spine, slide the hands down the glutes, hamstrings, calves, pull down and in Uttanasana. Inhale, slide the hands to the front of the shins, lift up halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold down, pull in. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, down and in. Last time, you'll inhale, lift halfway, and then exhale, slide the hands up the legs, hands to the hips, chair pose. Inhale, come to standing. Exhale, slide the hands to the low back, fingertips point down. Inhale, chest up, roll the shoulders back, gaze high. Exhale, fold, slide the hands down the legs. Inhale, hands to the front of the shins, halfway lift. Exhale, pull down and in. This time, inhale, lift halfway, cutting one of these out. Exhale, hands to hips, sink back, chair pose. Inhale, come to standing. Exhale, hands to low back. Last time. Inhale, push the chest up towards the ceiling, open the throat, gaze high. Exhale, slide the hands down the back of the body. Pull down and in. Inhale, halfway lift, hands slide to the front. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands slide up, and then exhale, hands to hips, chair pose. Inhale, come to standing. And then exhale, step your feet together. Keep your hands on your hips. Shift your weight into your left leg. Step your right foot back. Slowly, we're coming to warrior one. So warrior one is a tough one. Your back heel will be down. If you look at me, bend in the front knee, try to move my flowy pants so you can see the back leg. So warrior one, pull your left hip back. Hands stay on the hips. Make sure your hips are pointed evenly forward, right? Strong. Think about your legs on railroad tracks, not on a tightrope. Inhale your hands high. Option to just stay here working on your warrior one. Or exhale, sweep your hands behind your back. Maybe grab and clasp the hands, roll the shoulders back. Baby back bend as you look up. Exhale, stay. Keep pushing the chest forward. Inhale. Exhale. Bend deeper into that front knee. Inhale. And then exhale, come to humble warrior. Bring the inside of the left shoulder to the inside of the left knee, or the outside of the left shoulder to the inside of the left knee. There we go. Hands should fall up and over the head. When I get lazy, I let my palms kind of stretch apart. Try to keep them a bit closer together. If this doesn't feel good, you can always just wrap the arms behind the back, touch the elbows. You don't have to have the hands clasped, right? Head is heavy. Keep pushing the feet away from each other. Breath in. Breath out. Stay here for one more inhale. Exhale. All right, inhale, lift up. As you lift up, release the hands, sweep them high, maybe open the heart. Feels so nice in the arms to get rid of that. And then exhale, we'll come to a down dog lunge. So you'll keep your back heel on the mat, hands will come forward. I'll demo from this side. So you're gonna be in this position and then bring the hands down onto the ground. Your upper body is in down dog, but your lower legs don't move. Like your legs just stay as they are in this big lunge. Push your butt backwards. Let your head relax. Breath in. And out. Inhale. Heavy in the legs, light in the hands. Exhale. One more time. Breath in. And then exhale, push into your hands, walk yourself to the back of the mat, and we'll come to Skandasana, but this is early. So Skandasana, I'll show you the full version of the pose. You would be here or maybe here. We're not ready for that yet, I don't think. So let's come up a little bit higher, maybe even here, right? And just bend into that back knee. So the knee, the back of the mat is bent, and then you'll shift forward. Just kind of shifting back and forth. So this is that opportunity to come back to the breath. As you inhale, move to the back. Exhale, move to the front. You can do whatever you want with your arms. Maybe you can be weird about it. Inhale to the back, stretch and reach. Exhale to the front. One more time. Inhale to the back. Great. Then spin to the back of the mat. Lift your back heel up off the mat. Low lunge facing the back of the mat. All right. Then inhale, lift up. Crescent pose. Back heel is off the mat. So this is the difference between crescent and warrior one, right? Back heel off the mat. Breath in. And out. Sink down into that front knee. Inhale. Exhale. Once more. Breath in. And out. All right, inhale. And then exhale, sweep the hands back, look forward, bend into your back knee. We are going to come standing at the back of the mat with your left knee up into your chest. stand, pull the left knee up and in. If you fall out, come on back in. Option 1 is to stay here. Option 2, straighten the leg, hold. Make sure the quad is engaged for 3, 2.
We lost sound, I think. Is it me or is your mic gone?
How about now?
I don't have sound either.
Better? Yeah, I'm not sure what happened. It looks like it's still on, but it's not working. So we'll just go like this. I might even have my headphones. Hang on 1 second, team. I just want you to be able to hear me. So confirm. Okay, can you still hear me now? Yeah? Okay, great. Everyone's like, we're muted again, Madison. Okay, here we go. Warrior 1. Shift your weight to your left leg. Step your left leg back. Right foot forward. Find your warrior 1. Sink down and in. Inhale your hands high. And then exhale, sweep your hands behind your back. Reminder, you can always just like wrap the arms rather than clasping the hands. If you can clasp, push the chest forward, heart open, roll the shoulders back, look high. Breath in. And a breath out. Stay here, keep lifting through the chest. Inhale. Sink down into your right knee. Exhale. Once more. Breath in. Exhale. All right. Inhale here. And then exhale, fold, coming to our humble warrior. So the outside of the right shoulder to the inside of the right knee. Hands come up and over. Now you'll naturally want to shift and kind of put your butt back a little bit. Try not to do that yet by pulling the right hip back in space, letting the head be long. We're going to come to the down dog lunge and do that in a second, but not yet. 3, 2, stay where you are, big breaths. 1. Power up through the legs. Inhale, lift up. Release the hands. Stretch the arms up. Nice big stretch. And then exhale, come right into our down dog lunge. So hands will come to the inside. Now you can push the butt back, reach the arms long. Really light in those fingertips though. So not a ton of weight in the fingertips. Breath in. Breath out. Inhale. Exhale. Once more, breath in. And then exhale, start to walk your hands to the back of the mat, turn or to the front of the mat now, turn your left foot out, and come to Skandasana on the other side. So that might look like this, right? You could be up a little higher. If it feels comfortable, you can start to get down lower. Since this is round 2, you might have your toe on, heel up. Now we'll flow forward and back. You could use your hands if you're a bit lower, right? Starting to put weight in the hands. Inhales will take you to the front of the mat. Exhales will take you to the back. Inhale to the front. Exhale to the back. Inhale to the front, and now this time turn, lift your back heel off the mat, low lunge. Inhale, lift up, crescent pose. Pull the left hip back in space, hands high, breath in. And out. Inhale. Exhale. Once more, breath in. Exhale, sweep your hands back, bend into your back knee. Look forward and then draw the right knee up into the chest. Hold and squeeze here. Option to stay or kick the foot forward and hold. 3, 2, 1. And release. Shake it out. Close your eyes. Tadasana. Breath in. And out. Again, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, sweep your hands up, look up. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank pose. Can you believe this is the first time I made you do this all day? You're so lucky. Like, how fantastic. Okay, now that you're here, we'll lower down slow. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, baby cobra, no hands, lift up. Use your muscles, push the tops of your feet into the mat to lift and hold. 3, keep breathing, lift a little higher. 2, and 1, exhale, forehead comes down to the mat. Breath in. And out. All right, option 1 is to lift up to tabletop. Option 2, if you're lifting up to plank, you are going to curl the toes under, lift the thighs first, roll the shoulders back, then push up with the thighs lifted. Exhale, back downward facing dog. Breath in. And out. Inhale, come forward, plank pose. Exhale, lower the knees down, walk the hands back, take a seat on the heels, broken toe pose. If this isn't accessible for you, always the option to stay here, still working on curling the toe under. Push your toes down into the mat, no matter what you've chosen. Ideally, if you don't have any limitations, sit deep on the heels, feel the weight, and then push your toes down. So it's not a passive stretch, right? It's stretching, but instead our toes are engaging. We're livening our toes up. Our toes have all these important little muscles that we need, right? So let them work for a little bit longer. 3, 2, 1. Breath in. And then exhale, come forward, tabletop, push up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, come back to tabletop pose, lower the knees down. Untuck the toes, take a seat on your butt, hands come to heart center, come to a seat without using your hands. However you get there is just fine. Come to a seat down on the mat. All right, now, hands come back just like we had before. This time, zip your left leg up, take a nice little bend in the leg. It might not be that much because we're coming to, I'm gonna tell you where we're going just so you can envision it, but we're gonna get there without our hands. A figure 4 stretch, right? So as you inhale, lift your right leg up. Then externally rotate the thigh. Bend into the knee, try to lift that ankle on top of the knee, and then you're in your figure 4 stretch. That's why I said you might need to be here, right? And then we can slide it up. See how close you can get this to your torso. Now, push the torso up to the ceiling. If you look at me, right? Pushing up, trying to close the angle with a flat back rather than rounding. So think about closing the angle back as flat, hold, maybe fingertips are turned out like mine. Push your right knee out to the side, push your right ankle into the top of that knee and hold here. 3, 2, nice breath. And 1. All right, option to stay here. If this feels good for you, awesome, keep kicking it. If you would like to take it up a notch, option to lift the foot off the ground and try to maintain the posture. This is so dumb. Try to maintain the posture without the foot on the ground. Option to straighten and hold as well. Maybe make a face. Oh my God. 3. Yeah, we're not gonna hold that long. Keep pushing in. 2 and 1. Release the foot down. Inhale, right foot lifts up and off. Exhale, release. Swap it out. Slide the legs. And then you might go on the other side. Maybe you want to be a bit lower to start before you bring it up. Hands can be turned out to the sides. For me, it feels better, like there's more support. Inhale, the left leg high. Externally rotate the thigh. How high can you lift? Then bend into the knee. Try to bring the ankle to the top of that knee. Figure 4 stretch. So this is nice. Like if we just chill, it kind of feels nice, right? But we're really not doing like all that much. So we're going to do that much. Push your chest up. Try to close the angle and the gap between your shin and your chest. Push your left knee out to the side.
your left ankle into the top of the knee, right? So this is you're participating in this activity as we do it. Powering up through the legs, keep reaching hard up to the ceiling, hold. 3, 2, 1. All right, inhale, lift that foot up if you're coming with me because you like to laugh at things that we're doing. Now, if you lifted the foot, keep pulling the knee up into the chest. My foot is just dropping, I'll even try to straighten, and then it's really gonna drop, but keep trying to hold. 3. Remember to laugh at yourself. 2. Yep. And 1, knee back up and in, foot comes down, release. Okay, inhale, left leg up. Exhale, release. Slide both feet forward, inhale, sit up, hands high. Exhale, hands to heart center. Come to tabletop without using your hands. Maybe an elbow. Maybe you fall for a little bit and roll onto your head and you use your head half the time. Once you're there, tabletop pose. Curl the toes under, hands come one hand print forward, up and back, downward facing dog. Breath in. And out. Again, inhale. Exhale. Inhale your right leg high. Keep the hip closed. Exhale, let's take the right knee to the right tricep. We'll only do this one time. Inhale, right leg back or high. Option to stay in plank as you do this. Exhale, right knee, left tricep. Also option to skip these. Inhale, right leg back. And then one big movement, we sweep through, low lunge, spin the back heel down. Inhale up, warrior 1. So you've been here before, we're going to take this faster. Exhale, sweep the hands behind the back. Inhale, push the heart up, shoulders back, a baby back bend. And then exhale, fold, humble warrior. Breath in. And out. Inhale, lift yourself back up, release the hands, sweep them up high. Exhale, down dog lunge, plant the hands on the ground, push your butt back. Inhale. Exhale. All right, now we Skandasana. Inhale to the back of the mat, turn the toes, sink into that front leg. Maybe you lift, maybe you come to a toe and you push the toes into the mat, right? Or the whole heel can sink. And then come to the back or the front again. I get confused because I keep switching. So with the breath, inhale to the back. Exhale to the front. Reminder, you might be up here and you move with the hands. Inhale to the back. Exhale to the front. One more time, inhale to the back. And then turn, plant the hands down, lift the back heel off the mat. Inhale up, crescent pose. Exhale, sweep the hands back, look forward. Bend into your back knee, draw your right knee up into your chest and stay here. This is where we're building on. So stay, if you come out, come back in. Find that bend, externally rotate the thigh. Sit down into your left leg and come to figure 4, just like we did on the ground, but now you're standing. Take some time to find your balance. This isn't easy, right? Once you found it, hands are on the hips to start. Maybe you can sit deeper, deeper, deeper. Maybe the hands can be high. Hold and breathe. 3. Again, when you fall out, just come back, come hang out with us. 2. Falling is how we learn, right, team? And 1. Inhale, draw the right knee back up into the chest. Exhale, release, hands by your sides, Tadasana. Close your eyes. Breath in. And out. Once more, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, sweep your hands up, look up. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, plank pose, option to lower, slow, knees up or knees down. 3, 2, and 1. Good control. Inhale up, baby cobra, maybe full cobra if that feels better to you. You're welcome to just kind of see what your body's asking for. Exhale, lower down. Curl the toes under. Maybe push up to the knees, or if you're working on your push-up, lift your thighs up first, roll the shoulders back, push up plank pose. Exhale back down, facing up. Breath in. And out. Inhale your left leg high, hip stays closed, internal rotation on that thigh. Option to stay or take exhale, left knee, left tricep. You can move through this in plank or down dog. Inhale, left leg back. Exhale, left knee, right tricep. Inhale, left leg back. Exhale, sweep the foot through, come to your low lunge. Back heel down on the mat. And then inhale up, warrior one. Hands high. Exhale, sweep your hands down behind your back. Roll the shoulders back as you take an inhale. Look up. Exhale, fold. Any amount, humble warrior. Reminder, you don't need to have the hands clasped. They could be wrapped. They could even be on the hips. Stay here for one more breath in. And out. Inhale, lift up, warrior one, sweep the hands high, say hallelujah, I'm sick of that medicine. Exhale, sweep the hands down, down dog lunge, push your butt back, stay bent into that front knee. Breath in. And out. All right, our last round of Skandasana. Walk as you inhale to the front of the mat, turn the toes. Maybe you can lift the back toes off the mat. The front toe, heel off the mat. If you take a look at me, back toes, Then you might shift back, lift the toes, maybe lift the heel. Alternating as you breathe. Take a few more. Hands might be up. You could be here. You could be real low. Hold. 3. Take one more to the back. 2. And then come to the front. 1. Spin the hands around. Place them on the ground. Back heel off the mat. Inhale up, crescent pose. Man, I'm sweaty. All right. Right hip back, left hip forward. Inhale. Exhale, sweep the hands back. Look forward. Bend into your back knee. On your next breath in, draw the left knee up into the chest. Find your balance. So remember, we're here for a second. So literally take some time to find the balance. Strong in the right leg. Once you're there, bend, 90-degree bend in the knee, then externally rotate the thigh. Start to bend into your right knee. Maybe hands to the hips. You can sit back into a figure 4. Literally making a 4, right, with your legs. Then start to bend deeper and deeper. Maybe your hands can come high as you hold. If you fall out, come right back in. We're giving all those little muscles in our legs a little workout. 3. 2. 1. Inhale. Exhale. Come to standing. Lift the knee up into the chest. And release. Hands by your sides. Close your eyes. Tadasana. 3 breaths. Slow your heart. Slow your mind. All right, we're going to move on to our peak pose of class. First option is you're just going to work on figure 4 again. So we will do our figure 4 posture just like you did before. Bringing the knee up, I'll demo quick. You can just watch me really quickly. So we'll find that rotation, lift, rotate, right? Every step is mindful. Then bend in the knee, sit the butt back, hands here. Now, if you'd like to try to go on the next thing, you can rock your weight forward into your toe and try to lift. I'll demo on this side. Try to lift the heel up slightly, right? Might play with that. Ooh, I'm trying to lift, Another option would be to grab for a chair if you have blocks. Blocks are fantastic for this too. Come to your figure 4, lift the heel, sit the butt back, and then maybe you can lower down into toe stand and play with balancing on toe stand. This one's primarily for Brinkley here. If you want to lower and balance, there's always somewhere to go, right? I encourage you to try it with the chair first if you're trying toe stand, so you can have a little weight in the arm to lower yourself down rather than just popping into that low knee. And if you feel like you're balanced, then you could try it with that low knee. So Let's all give it a shot. If you haven't started already, please start with your, say, left leg up or right. I don't really care. Start with one leg. And find your figure four. One of my favorite things about yoga is there's literally always somewhere to go. So even when you're working on one level, there's always something next. It's an endless lifelong learning. Fantastic, right? Hold and breathe. If you're enjoying your figure four, you also have the option to try to bring the forearms towards the shin and hold hands at heart center. Take a few breaths, 3. Good and steady, 2. If you fall out, come back in, 1. We will come out the same way we came in. So strong, stand up, then draw the knee into the chest, exhale, release. Awesome work. Let's take the other side. Figure four once more. You can move in with your own speed, but just remember, everything we do is mindful. Every step, right? External rotating, then we bend, then eventually hands reach or maybe here to here. So give yourself a slow movement. If you're working on toe stand, one of the keys with toe stand, when you're down here, is to actually allow your butt to sit onto the heel a little bit more, then push your toes down into the mat. So you're lifting yourself up only in the toes while the butt is heavy, and then you can balance hands at heart center. Stick with your breath. Maybe you just work on coming out and coming in, right? That alone, to do it without the hands is a real challenge. Few more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. All right, coming on out. Inhale, let's all come to standing. Lift up with control. Draw the knee into the chest. And then exhale, release. Hands by your sides. Close your eyes, Tadasana. Breath in. And out. Inhale, sweep the hands up, look up. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana, come on down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, bend in your knees and step back to plank pose. Option to flow through a push-up. So if you like to push up, you can go through a push-up. Otherwise, you can just come to your knees, come to a seat without using your hands. Again, you just have more time to like play with that if you're not doing the push-up, right? So find a different way that you can come to a seat. And maybe you're like, Madison, I can't find one way. One day you will find a way. Where there's a will, there is a way. Reach the feet forward when you've arrived. And then we'll do our Pilates roll down. Tuck, pull the belly in, reach the hands little by little. Moving down to the mat. Eventually, and I cheated at the end, I just kind of gave up, which is fine. Let your head release down. And then bring your feet hip width distance apart on the mat. So coming to a bridge pose. For today's bridge, we're going to incorporate that energetic shift one more time by using the breath, by way of the breath, right? So as you inhale, you will lift your hips up, but you'll also lift your hands up and over your head. The back of your hands will come to the ground behind you. And then exhale, sweep the hands down, lower the hips. Maybe close the eyes, fluid movement. Inhale, hands up, hips up. Once more, trying to think about this as like a wave of water, right? Smooth the breath, smooth the movement. I'm going to stop cueing breath so you can move at your own speed. Take 6 more of these. Maybe these last few, you start to get a little bit higher as you lift, or maybe you prefer lower and you're starting to make these more gentle. Once you've taken 6, you will take your feet wide, knees together in recovery pose and just rest. One hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. And notice your energy, any sort of little shift. Maybe you're physically fatigued, right? But See if you can notice any shifts in mindset. Thought pattern. Inhale. Exhale. On your inhale, bring your arms to a T, palms face down, separate the knees, and then lift the feet up off the mat. So the legs are about roughly at a 90-degree bend. Very slowly and controlled, take your knees over to the left side, moving to a twist with the knees together. And then drop your head, if it feels okay on the neck, over to the right. As long as you don't have any pinching in that closing side of the neck, right? You can move into and try to relax through all of the spine. Breath in. And out. Inhale, push the hands down into the mat, draw yourself back through center, take the knees over to the right. And then gaze might come to the left, same thing, where can you relax? Where are you hanging on? Breath in. And out. Inhale when you're ready, back to center. And then maybe you come to a happy baby or option to really do anything you want. So if there's anything else you want today to end your practice, please take it. For me right now, taking a little low back roll, right? You can bring your hands to your knees and make little circles, draw little circles with the low back into the mat. That can be kind of nice. Just find something that feels really nurturing to you, like feels like it's making it easier for you to move towards Shavasana. About 30 more seconds. So if you're doing two-sided work, move on to the other side. And then when you're ready, you'll make your way towards Shavasana. Option to take anything to make yourself comfortable, right? Pillows, blankets, what have you. And then reach the legs long, palms face up. Shut the eyes. And just observe. So we moved, right? We shifted our energy using breath, movement, maybe a little strength, a little silliness, right? We took a whole hour. But it doesn't take a whole hour to create an energetic shift. I would argue, even in those first few movements in the beginning of class, there was a shift that already occurred, right? Just stepping out of whatever you're doing, stepping out of anything that's stressing you out and into the body. Take a deep breath in. Exhale into Shavasana. And let Shavasana be a celebration of this shift. It is the posture where you are soaking up all of the hard work that you did, integrating it into the body and into the mind. So let yourself be heavy on the mat. Relax. Shavasana. If you would like to remain in Shavasana, please just stay, shut me off and drift back. If you're ready to move out, you can begin to reawaken your body with small movements. And then gradually allow the movements to get larger. Maybe rock your head side to side. Open your mouth, wiggle your jaw, wrinkle your nose. And then reach your hands above your head, point your toes, take a morning stretch and stretch left and right. And then draw one knee into the chest and the other. And roll over onto your favorite side using your arm as a pillow in fetal pose. When you're ready, press yourself up to a comfortable seat, facing any direction. Bring your hands together at heart center. Maybe two hands over the heart, whatever feels best for you. Inhale. Exhale, bow your chin in gratitude. Maybe put a smile on your face. Recognize all your hard work, all your time, effort, balance. One more breath in. And out. Inhale, lift your head back up. Open your eyes. Get acquainted with your space. Thank you all. Fantastic work today.
if you have any questions, please reach out to me and let me know. Otherwise, I will see you next Sunday. Have a fantastic week, everybody. Bye.